A little over 3 months ago, I started this journey of Yasuo player, an account where I climb using Yasuo. I had just hit Challenger on Teemo, a champion with little to no mechanics, so I thought it'd be interesting. Put me on a guy that heavily relies on mechanics. How would I go? 300 games later, and I just hit Diamond 3, which I was absolutely stoked about, by the way. For majority of the climb, I was stuck in Emerald. I couldn't figure out how to get myself out of that elo. It was always this problem. The more I push my limits, the harder the execution of the play. The more likely I'm gonna fuck up. But if I play too passively, I'm not even gonna contribute in the game. I'm just gonna farm and just be a regular Yasuo player. I realized being a good Yasuo player is treading the fine line between pushing your limits and playing passively. So for the next 48 hours, we are going to tread that line. Will I make it to Masters, or will my mental completely shatter? This is 48 hours of Yasuo. Okay, I just logged on and we have demoted. Great start. I forgot to play this account. It's been a month. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling very motivated, and that's the plan, you know? I'm gonna try and keep this feeling for as long as possible. That feeling did not last as I dashed into the turret and die. It's a good thing the enemy team had an AFK though, so I won that one. Let's go! Let's go! After winning last game going 0-5 and doing absolutely nothing, I decided to actually do something this game. We lose this one. I have a 0-17 bot lane. They have a 19 kill Zeri. Life is not fair sometimes. I just gotta remind myself that I can't do anything about these games. But we're gonna get it back. I just need to keep a clear state of mind. A clear state of mind. And a clear state of mind I had. It was the only way forward. I'm playing Yasuo for the next 40 hours. I cannot afford even a little small crack in my mental. I just wish Lucian had the same mindset before he bought AP items. I am at 0 LP. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning where my mind is still intact. Where I'm still playing the best I can. I'm about 4 hours into playing Yasuo. And I didn't think that I would lose my mind this fast. We are on a 5 lose streak. How did this happen? The only thing that can save a mental at this point is if the enemy team just lets me waltz into their base for fun and I just kill the Nexus and end it, and that would make my day. That was when the enemy team just let me waltz into their base for fun. Actually, they sent Nami to stop me. Fucking Nami. I had enough time to kill her, pad my KDA, and then end the game. And that totally made my day. I decided to start this game with some positivity. Team comp fake. Win lane phase. Win game. Let's go. That was when Samira replied, probably 4 lanes lose, to be honest. Well, Samira's a fucking liar because I always win lane. And also there's only 3 lanes, so it's actually impossible to lose 4 lanes. I'm reporting that guy for being a liar and having very negative attitude. I'm 0-7 teleporting into mid lane with 5 people on me. Only those in this elo would understand that that was actually a good play. You see, I died for no reason right before an important dragon fight. Therefore, it's a 4v5 disadvantage for my team. Therefore, we win the team fight and then we win the game. That's just how this elo works. We're about 6 hours into playing Yasuo and I just won back all the LP I lost. Yes! And so I carried on the momentum. I destroyed this Smolder. And I destroy her again. But then I watched as my Thresh lanes the Q, throws a W to nobody, and then charges in as if somebody was there. He's playing with himself. What is going on? He's still going in. There is nobody with him. He's seeing things. It's okay. I'll make him look a little less crazy. I somehow managed to salvage that play. And we get 3 kills for 1. But unfortunately, Thresh kept seeing things up until the end of the game. I start this game by absolutely destroying this Yone. But suddenly the score is 21-9. When the fuck? And I was this close. I was so ready to throw in the towel. But then I remembered. The enemy team has a 12 kill lead. That is a big advantage for the enemy team. They should have everything they need to win the game very easily. Which is why they're now going to lose. They don't know what to do with this lead. they're just gonna keep going in and dying. It is like team deathmatch in this elo. My personal rule, never get ahead too early. Because it just mind controls your team, man. This Tahm Kench is so fed, but he doesn't know when to stop going. I'm telling you, they'll just keep going until they die and then they respawn. And then they'll just keep going and hope it works out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I fucking hate it. Because more often than not, it doesn't work. But in this case, it's working out for me. Thank you. Don't ever change, Tahm Kench. This is what you do if you have a lead. Don't group up for team deathmatch at Dragon. Push mid wave. Mid priority. Now they're forced to come to me and I'm just gonna leave. We get both turret and dragon. And now we have the opportunity to end here. The problem is we have only 2 melee minions left. So much is going on. I missed the first ult chance. And then I missed the second ult chance. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm panicking. And then I'm stuck between the Veigar cage. But Veigar dies. That was when Yone teleported into our base. It's become a base race now. Yone's already on the Nexus, but we have 3. We should be fast. We just need these minions to come in. We need to kill this turret. And we need to go. And we get the Nexus with just 1 health. This was way too fucking close, man. What the fuck? Holy shit, we just won that game. We are 10 hours into playing Yasuo and I'm weirdly feeling good. I'm feeling confident. A little too confident, I might say, as I dash into exhaustion to die. But that only made me more confident for some reason. Actually, I don't think it's confidence. After playing Yasuo for this long, I think it just might be delusion. And that I don't give a fuck anymore. But me not giving a fuck anymore allows me to play with no fear, and it's so smooth. When everything goes right and this Akshan just stood no chance. I just kept playing like I was going to win. And I kept winning and winning. Until I lost because Talia skipped the blue buff. And suddenly my keyboard just started typing itself. This game we're on a big comeback. Dragon respawning soon. Very important team fight coming up. I teleport mid to get mid priority and then what the fuck happened? I watched as Jinx slowly walked away towards the dragon pit. But she disconnects at this very moment. Tahm Kench then eats her and spits her over the wall. But she's AFK and she just stands there. I am 13 hours into playing Yasuo and I just lost all my LP again. This is going to be my last game of the day and I can't end on a loss. I can't. So I had to lock in. And I got 2 easy free kills at the start. They just gave it to me on a platter. And then I immediately went straight to bot. Meanwhile, Lee Sin was doing everything he could so that I would end on a loss. But I was determined to get a good night's sleep. And we had a team fight that turned the game around. Getting us a win and saving myself from punching the air all night. We're 13 hours into playing Yasuo and I'm checking out for the day. I feel super confident about tomorrow. I don't know why, but I feel like I can win all my games. We are back! 6 hours later, the change in energy is kind of unreal. I'm like looking at myself and like, wow, I look like complete shit in the last cut. But anyway, I'm ready to play Yasuo for the next 15 hours straight. Let's go. We are 15 hours into playing Yasuo, and I just got given 2 free wins to start the day, which I'm not very proud of, to be honest. I kind of inted my ass off and then called my team dogs. I feel like I'm relapsing back into my toxic Yasuo days, so I just need to take a step back, relax, breathe, and I just had a quick look at my OPGG. Every single game, I kid you not, I'm negative KDA. Every game negative. Something is clearly not right here, so you know, for the next 5 games at least, I'm going to try and not die. And then I dash into the turret and die. It was at this time I asked my team nicely, can I get a nice win before having lunch? And I didn't get this on recording, but Vladimir proceeds to tell me to go eat shit for lunch. And Jinx follows up by telling me to have that with soup. We were getting stomped pretty badly. It was 37-19 and I may have been 2-10. But then I teleported and make this play with Diana. getting the triple and setting us up for a comeback. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a good lunch. Vladimir tells me I'm still 5 to 10 with a triple kill and I should STFU like Morgana. I was like, what the hell did Morgana do? She just got caught in the crossfire for no reason. He responds 1 to 11 and I open my scoreboard. And with the power of friendship and the harmony of our teamwork, we managed to win this team fight somehow. I sacrificed myself so my team could kill Pantheon. And now with only Pyke left, my team's trying to end the game. Vladimir says they can't. I say you can, in a very nice way. And surely enough, we end the game. I'm having a good lunch. I tell everyone they can go fuck. We promoted back to Diamond 3. Let's go. We got a fat Subway. Oh, this is gonna be a good lunch. Do you guys remember that AP Lucian earlier in the video? And the Samira I reported for negative attitude? But Riot decided to put them both together as my bot laners. That was such a great idea. Thank you. Thank you, Riot. I demoted. But hey, at least I got plus 8 LP because I was so busy typing it was a loss mitigated. They were AFK. We're about 17 hours into playing Yasuo and I don't think I've quite locked in yet. But I think I'm pretty warm now. My mental state is still in between. You know, I'm not tilted, but I'm not too happy either. It'd be like, I feel like I'm playing well. I'm winning my duels. I'm winning the skirmishes. I'm usually up CS and I get solo kills. So what's the problem? Why don't I feel locked in? It's because immediately right after, I'd go for the plating. You know, you hit a couple times to make sure you get it. And then you pop the recall before the enemy laner returns. Pretty standard. And then look at this one minion. This one lone minion, not even with the wave, just walks up to me and starts hitting me. I remember seeing this and being like, wow, that's a weird minion. I think it's also interesting to compare the difference between when I'm playing Yasuo and Teemo. I'm taking the turret here and I spot Fizz and Gangplank coming in. Now, if I was playing Teemo in this situation, I would just take the turret and run away because I understand Teemo's limits. The little dude only got his auto attack. Even if I was fed, I would run away. But on a champion like Yasuo is so different. He has all the things equipped to push for something more. And to be a good Yasuo player, you have to take that chance. Otherwise, why are you playing him? There are so many other better champions to play safe. If you're not pushing for the advantage Yasuo provides, I find this champion useless. And had I possibly timed or understood Gangplank's flash timer, I think I would have had them all. This 1v3 play might have looked stupid and to many a bad decision. But the only thing I saw when I look back on this was if I had just auto-attacked this barrel once, I would have won the whole fight. And I go on to the next. That's how I knew I was becoming a Yasuo player. If I just walked up the 1 pixel above Yi and dashed downwards, I could have dodged that ult. The limit is boundless on this champion. It's crazy switching from Teemo to this guy. I want to get to a point where I can execute everything perfectly that goes on in my mind. And for the most part, I'm able to do what I intend to do, especially in the early game. But Yasuo is such a short-range champion. I'm trying to push him a wave, and I nose Bright almost immediately. I run. And I still die here. I still die. Despite being 1 to 6, I still have all these visions on how to kill this needily. And I think I figured out why I'm always negative KDA now. I'm constantly limit testing on a champion with no limits. But you know what? I promise, there will come a day where I will be so fucking untouchable. That was when I teleported and found this flank. We were losing the game pretty hard up until this point, and we needed something to bring us back. Let me be that something. We managed to even the scoreboard with that momentum, and I find yet another teleport. Five-man ultimate. That tickled their nuts. But you know what? It looked cool. And I think that's what won us the game. Because it looked cool. And so we win that lost game. We are 19 hours into playing Yasuo. And I just promoted back to Diamond 3. A wise man once told me, to get the banana, you must have the courage to climb. And suddenly things just started to click. The enemy team had extremely fed Kayn, but I had a plan. My team has already resetted, meanwhile I stayed taking this red buff. I knew Kayn was going to go for it, so I'm going to bait myself by taking these open wards, making Kayn think I'm just a greedy little bastard. Little does he know that my team is just around the corner, and all I needed to do was stop him from ulting. And I continued winning effortlessly. I was even playing with my food at one point. Oh, look at this Ezreal, he's so cute, look at him. Look at him try so hard, look at him. Stab. I am 26 hours into playing Yasuo and I just received a behavior warning. I don't even know what I did. I don't recall. I don't know what I did. I understand. I kid you not, after accepting the last behavior warning, I got another behavior warning! What the fuck? Am I that toxic? What happened? What happened? I think Riot was recognizing that I was becoming a true Yasuo main. Because I just been playing too damn well, I know. Oh, it could be I may have been typing a little bit too much. But only to those who deserve it, okay? In fact, I'm defending the innocents out here. I am the Yasuo the city doesn't deserve, but the one they need. I just kept winning, and then we promote to Diamond 2. I am 30 hours into playing Yasuo, and I'm feeling better since I started. I feel like I can make this climb if I just stop fighting people in game. That's the only thing I noticed that's been happening. I've been fighting a lot of people in game. I got 2 behavior warnings already. I don't know what's going on. I'm not normally like this, but I'm thinking after 30 hours of just playing Yasuo, this is just what happens, you know, you just gotta fight people. I'm checking out for the day, but in the morning, I am going to lock the fuck in. You guys haven't seen anything yet. I've been autopilot so far. Just fighting, and we hit Diamond 2. I think we hit Masters. If I just lock in, I'm ready now. We are 31 hours into playing Yasuo and I'm feeling better than ever. I'm feeling like I'm playing well. I feel like my mental is really good. I just need to watch my behavior a little bit so I don't get banned, and I think we can actually do this if I'm able to just lock in for these last 18 hours. And then it happened. I didn't realize myself during this time, but I enter this flow state where everything just takes over. And I just start playing some beautiful Yasuo, man. I'm then coincidentally matched up with this Mundo who I am convinced is Riot Games undercover. Riot Games then tells me their mate is a bad Yasuo player. Oh, I wonder who they're talking about. I was gonna realize I forgot to buy items and it's too late. Now, I could play safely here until I get items, but you know me. I saw so many ways to kill this fucking Diana. I don't need items, and then I ping my fully purchasable Berserker Greaves at 2 minutes 30. Riot could not believe their eyes, and that was when I knew I was locked in, and nothing could fucking stop me. And just like that, we promote to Diamond 1. We are 40 hours into playing Yasuo, and I'm starting to feel the exhaustion now. My head is like lagging. When I turn, I just feel like there's a bit of a delay, like I'm lagging. We are so close now with 8 hours left. But I knew the road ahead was going to be our most challenging one yet. I was feeling on top of my game, but the coordination of the enemy team was just so unreal. Like, I teleport in response to a roam and suddenly it's 1v4, like what the fuck? I still somehow managed to get out of that one. After being in Emerald for over 300 games, I can finally feel the pressure of this new Elo or whatever. And it seemed like slacking off was no longer an option for me. I was just fully immersed in the games and I thrived off that. Hour 42, we have lost all signs of video documentation. This might be the highest Elo game I've played on this account. They have 3 Grandmasters and Tiltarella who just came back from Korea. But we have Yasuo player! Oh, and the rank 6 jungler. I've come a long way since being 300 games in Emerald. And now I need to prove my worth. Tiltarella was doing his double jungle strategy and burns my Ivan's flash. And then he hangs out my lane for some time. I need to play my own game, so I do my best to ignore him and not get thrown off. My wave finally builds up and Ivan is coming up. I have something to work with now. We managed to get the kill, but we can't be too hasty yet because you gotta remember this is a double jungle. Thankfully, Nolus does come up. I make sure to play extremely patiently here, dodging the Scion Q. I knew if I died, the fight was just over. But in an extended fight, I could play around the utility of my Ivan and Nautilus. And then I watched as Aurora overly aggressively pushes up on me for no reason after pushing the wave. And my team just came in and we fucked her up, and I saw a glimpse of my past Emerald self. After 400 games now playing Yasuo, I think I can finally see the goal I initially set out to achieve. I had the patience in the early game, but I wasn't too passive. I had the aggression when I needed to, but I wasn't too over-aggressive. I set up myself for success with my teammates and followed through with every single play. And all of that allowed me to play the game I wanted to. We are now 1 win away from Masters. The game starts with a fight for Scuttle Crab. It wasn't necessarily a bad play, but the enemy support showed up for a 4v3. We completely lose the fight and it sets us back. However, I am not disheartened. I've come way too far. I managed to catch the big wave and it gives me a lot of options to deal with this Aatrox. The enemy bot lane then randomly swapped and Nautilus and Vi on my flank. This was an impossible situation, but I remember, I'm playing Yasuo. Let's see how much I can push for in these circumstances. One kill, but I was like 4v1 for most of that fight. And you know what? I set up this Katarina to clean up everybody. Never mind, she fucking sucks. I will do it myself. I will die to my own play to set myself up with my own teleport to clean up myself. And now I'll put my team in a winning position. We have the momentum, we have the Baron, and Masters was in sight. We just gotta use the Baron we just got. We do not have to force a team fight in Dragon, but this is an Emerald. I don't have to babysit my team. They're their own people. They can make their own calls if they're gonna kill somebody or pick someone off or completely throw the game. Okay, it's fine. I'm only one game from being one game from Masters. They actually banned my Yasuo after my performance last game, but I find myself in a similar situation, and I put my team in a winning position with this ult. We managed to take 2 down with their jungler. We get the Baron after a long skirmish. Now we have the momentum. We just need to use the Baron in lane. I feel like I'm in deja vu here. This is an Emerald. Surely my team knows how to use the Baron, right? You know what? I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to actively call, should we give Dragon? And just use Baron. Hecarim replies with, huh? And then goes into the jungle and fights them, completely disregarding the Baron we just got. But hopefully this doesn't lead to a random coin flip, right? Maybe my team knows how to get a pick and get out. Right? Right? They wouldn't do that. Or to prevent the enemy's second dragon. Their second dragon. And this defeat broke me. I should have listened to my own advice. In League of Legends, never do anything that gives you an advantage to win the game, because you will lose the game. In my second last game of the year, I played with this Vel'Koz. He spent the whole game typing to himself in all chat. So I told him to go spend New Year's alone, just like who he talked to all game. Nobody. I didn't think anything of it, and I was waiting for my third behavior warning, and that was when the enemy Ashe thanked me for flaming the Vel'Koz, and Rek'Sai agreed. I teared up a little, I'm not gonna lie. I may have not hit Masters, but look at the amount of people I have impacted in a positive way. It wasn't all for nothing. League of Legends needs me. League of Legends needs Yasuo player. Who else will defend you from the bullies? I will be back in a new season. And we're gonna hit Challenger.